You finished writing the code, you set up a clean landing page, you turned on your first ad campaigns, and then crickets, zero signups, not even a trickle of traffic to your pricing page. The immediate instinct is to panic and start questioning the product itself. You wonder if the user interface is too clunky, or if you failed to build a critical feature. But in almost every early-stage launch, the product is entirely fine. The actual root cause is your messaging. You wrote a landing page calling your software the all-in-one platform for growing teams. It sounds highly professional. It also means absolutely nothing to the person reading it. Because you are trying to talk to everyone, you end up talking to no one. Founders love to measure the total addressable market, or TAM, to see how large their potential user base could be. But the slice of that market you can realistically acquire right now is microscopic compared to the whole pie. You need an ideal customer profile, or ICP. An honest, highly specific answer to who you can actually help today. If you try to capture the entire broader market on day one, you will burn through your ad budget paying to watch people bounce off your site. Abandoning the broad market to focus exclusively on this specific profile is the only way a startup survives early-stage marketing without exhausting its cash. To get this right, we have to clear up a massive point of confusion. An ideal customer profile is not a buyer persona. We are not brainstorming what a fictional marketing Mary likes to do on the weekends. You can throw that standard template out entirely. We are also not talking about job titles. Targeting marketing managers is a demographic, not an audience. It gives you almost zero useful information about what that person actually needs or what their daily reality looks like. Take 2 marketing managers. One is at a 5-person startup running their very first campaign on a shoestring budget. The other is at a 300-person enterprise managing an established team of 20. They hold the exact same title, but they have completely different needs, budgets, and operational bottlenecks. The exact circumstances surrounding a customer dictate everything they care about. Identifying the specific operational pressure they are under is vastly more useful for your targeting than whatever categorical label they put on their LinkedIn profile. Curious, this creates an obvious hurdle. Most advice says to study your best customers to map out these specific situations. But if you are pre-launch, you do not have any customers to study. Fortunately, the data you need is already out in the open. Look up established tools on platforms like G2 or Capterra. The exact vocabulary frustrated users write in their 2-star reviews is the precise language you need to use in your website copy. Next, read through niche Reddit threads where people are actively complaining about the core problem your product solves. Pay close attention to the clunky, duct tape workarounds they are currently using to survive the week. You can even mine job boards. If a company suddenly posts 3 openings for customer success roles, they are telling the public that they are growing fast and their current support systems are breaking under the pressure. You do not need to wait for a user base to form. The signal required to build a highly specific target audience already exists in the digital footprint of their current frustrations. Once you start compiling this data, a few distinct traps open up that can completely distort your targeting. The first is the temptation to chase the massive, impressive logos. You write your profile for the Fortune 500 client you wish you had, completely ignoring the fact that they demand a level of compliance and 24-hour support you physically cannot provide yet. The second trap is assuming your first wave of random signups automatically represents your ideal market. A lot of those early, enthusiastic buyers are actually a poor fit for the software, and they will quickly churn out. And even when you do find a cohort of users who stick around, the market shifts. A profile that accurately describes your best users at launch might point you in completely the wrong direction 12 months later. Building your strategy around aspirational clients or an outdated profile directly causes avoidable churn. It trickles down into your engineering roadmap, sending your product development completely off course. To bypass those traps, you need to synthesize your research into a single, highly specific, unpolished page. It takes about 30 minutes, and it requires answering exactly 5 questions. First, who is this built for? Describe the specific type of company, their exact headcount, and what their day-to-day routine actually looks like. Second, what specific problem are they fighting right now, and what is their current workaround? Third, what is the exact trigger, the specific event in their business that forces them to stop what they are doing and buy a solution today? Fourth, who actually makes the purchasing decision? Identify the specific team lead or manager with the budget. Finally, what does a definitive win look like for them 6 months after they log into your product for the first time? This rough, highly specific document is the core blueprint. Every single headline, ad campaign, and product decision you make from this point forward hinges entirely on these 5 answers. There is one final check. Take your finished page, find one real human being who perfectly matches your description, and ask them to read it. If they say it sounds accurate, you have a working baseline. If they don't, that single conversation just saved you weeks of talking to the wrong people. When you finally lock this in, your marketing clicks into place. Your ad campaigns stop bleeding budget. Your landing page copy immediately resonates with the reader. Your onboarding emails speak directly to the exact reason the user signed up. Relentlessly narrowing your audience is not a limitation on your potential scale. It is the absolute prerequisite for standing out in a crowded market and achieving that scale in the first place.